What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Rod JB. You already know who it is. Coming back at you with another one. It's called Wicked Supremacy. Now, the reason why I decided to make this video is going past the last video and the last video before that, when I talked about the white supremacy, niggism. When it comes down to it, the wicked supremacy, because the white supremacy niggism is not as bad as the wicked supremacy. Now, even though I told y'all in the last video, the video before the last, the white supremacy niggism, even though I told y'all that, I feel like wicked supremacy is worse because that's what's going on out here in Babylon right now. Wicked supremacy. You see what they're doing when it comes to the bringing all these immigrants all into these cities, flooding the cities out, and now immigrants are getting in fights with some of the people in the neighborhood. Now you tell me what's really going on. See, what I feel that wicked supremacy is doing is they're trying to gather up an alliance, and you know how this goes. We let me take the lights off my eye agent. We gotta look at the big picture, and a lot of Babylonians are asleep. They're not seeing the big picture right in front of them. The big picture is when these immigrants come over here and flood the country, they're going to put them in power to go out here and run the streets as police officers. They're already buying them Jordans and putting them in nice lavish hotels and making sure they're getting housing and all this type of stuff. This is on Joe Biden's watch now. And yet, the people like us, that look like us, ain't got nothing but more deaths, beats, jail time, false charges, racial profile, and everything else. So that's what I'm saying. Wicked supremacy. That's what this is. When anytime you got your government, wicked supremacy, running the country, this is the result that you get. Like I told you in one of my videos before. This is the result that you get. These Babylonians that run the government are out here trying to control you. They're trying to control everything about you. Your money, your protection, your whole life. And if we keep allowing these people to do what they're doing, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. We cannot allow people like me and you, I don't care what the skin color is, people like me and you, we can't allow them that shit like we do, that put their shoes and pants and clothes and eat like we do, to do what they're doing to us. The only power that they have is the power that you allow. And I keep telling you Babylonians that you need to get out here and fight. I'm not talking about skin color, I'm talking about the whole nation. We need to start getting out here and making our voices heard and our actions seen. And it don't mean going out there vandalizing people's businesses. I'm talking about going to council meetings and speaking your voice, telling these people like, look, this is not how it should be, and it's not how it's going to go. Because the thing is, if they keep having this kind of control, like for instance, let me go ahead and put this in the video. It's me and my boy E laugh about this all the time. On Joe Biden's watch, they want to take your firearm away from you, all your type of protection from away from you, and give you a whistle. So now the criminals are still going to have their guns, like that one guy said on the video. The criminals are still going to have their guns. Are you going to go to approach a gunfight? And I'm just saying approach because these motherfuckers, when anybody that's got a gun is going to be more aggressive than somebody that they think don't have a firearm. So they're going to come up to you aggressive, right? And what you going to do, pull out a whistle? This was Joe Biden. This was on Joe Biden's clock. He said, y'all should have a whistle instead of something to protect yourself. The whistle's supposed to be your protection. If they won't come, if the police won't come in a black neighborhood when there's a gunfight until it's 4, 5, 6, 7 hours later, what make you think they're going to come for a whistle? Come on, man. Are we serious about this? Babylon, are we serious about this? I was about to say America. I can't say that no more. And then they want to turn all y'all money into a digital currency. So, and they have already spoken about it. They're talking about that, hey, once we make it a digital currency, we control your bank account. So you got so many days to spend this money. If you don't spend it, it disappears. Is this the kind of country y'all want? Why y'all running up behind Joe Biden? He done already started the process. Digitizing y'all money. And the paper money, the some of the precious metals not going to be worth anything anymore because everything's going to be digital. So they're going to force you to use your money digitally and control it at the same time. If you don't use so much of it in so many amounts of days or time, then it becomes nothing. It's gone. If you don't have a certain amount in there, they close your account. It's just all types of gimmicks and games that they're playing with the American people. Now, all this talking about how they want to control your money, but yet we can't control their money. They gave $163 billion, not million, $1 billion to Ukraine. And all we got was a thank you for it. Your tax money, my tax money, $163 billion. But you all got people still out in the streets in tents because they can't even afford to take care of their household and they out in the streets now. You got people eating out of garbage cans. Neighborhoods all fucked up. And every time a person like my color asks for some help, we if we get it at all, we rarely get it. And they don't even want to help their own. That's what I'm saying. Wicked supremacy. Wicked supremacy is when you go to a whole nother country of people that never done nothing for your country and you go give them $163 billion of our tax monies that we worked hard for and you give it to them. And then turn around and give $53 million to the immigrants that you letting flood up in here. If you didn't have nothing to do with it, Democratic Party, if you all didn't have nothing to do with it, then why are so many of them coming up in here and getting treated with respect? You know what I'm saying? These people got expensive shoes on, wearing Jordans, in lavish hotels, getting fed every day. Y'all even about to try to make some of them police officers. You see what you're doing? You see what you're doing? And you wonder why there's a problem in America. Because the problem that's supposed to be solved, you all not solving it. You all are out here on some bullshit. Y'all sitting around fucking around with the people out here in America. And a lot of people are waking up because they see this shit. And y'all don't give a fuck about nobody out here. Y'all got y'all whole focus on another whole country and another whole people because y'all said fuck America. That's why it's Babylon now. That's why America has turned into Babylon. Because this is with Babylon. This is a Babylonian country now. It's the Babylon. The actual Babylon. So y'all can hoop and holler America all day, but under that hidden AMERICA, ICA, is Babylon. That's the real name when you peel America back. That's the real name. So I'm trying to tell you all, and I've been telling y'all for a long fucking time that y'all need to wake the fuck up. First I started on the niggas. Then I started on the black folks. Then I started on the white folks. Then I started on white supremacy. I'm telling y'all all, y'all better... Y'all doing deals with the devil in this country, man. And y'all don't even realize it. Some of y'all think y'all so smart. The government think they so smart. And they ain't doing nothing but gambling with the devil. All this stuff that y'all are doing out here is going to have a crash and burn. And that crash and burn is going to be a hard one. Something that you can't get out of. I keep trying to tell y'all all. The whole country. This is Babylonian country right now. I just can't say America no more, man. I may have said it earlier, but that's only because I was trying to make a point. This is Babylon. White supremacy. Wicked supremacy. When you combine the niggism and the white supremacy, this is what you get. Wicked supremacy, because it's all supremacy. Anytime you're black and you attack your own brother, that's supremacy, man. Anytime you're a different color and you attack somebody else that's different from you or look different from you and they have done nothing to you, that's supremacy. So let's combine it together. White supremacy and niggism equal wicked supremacy. Like a math problem. And wicked supremacy equal Babylon. You know, when you carry that 2 or double up, time it to multiply it by itself. Well, that's what it ended up being. Wicked supremacy. And y'all still don't get it. Are y'all really paying attention when y'all watch TV? Or are y'all just watching trash on TV? Something that ain't gonna give you no kind of education at all. Are you paying attention while you got the chance to pay attention? Are you doing that? Because right now I'm not really seeing enough. I speak on these videos because that's all I got the power to do right now. And that's most of the time when you in this situation like me, that's where they want to keep you. In fact, they want to get you worse than that. They want to put you on the street, in a tent, and laugh at you and then mistreat you then, even when you're in the tent. The lowest of the lowest is what wicked supremacy do. When you already down, they kick you even more. That's wicked supremacy. That's worse than the white supremacy niggism that I explained to you about the shit that going on in my job and everywhere else around here. That's worse. See, white supremacy ain't got shit on wicked supremacy. Because wicked supremacy is worse than that. They don't care about their own. And I honestly believe that's all in the government. Because if they cared about the American people, they wouldn't be out here doing what they're doing. They would have leniency on people that are out here actually going back and forth to work and not causing problems out here. But yet, these police officers come up here to you and you minding your own business, and before you know it, you on the ground with your face bashed in, or tased or shot, dragged out of the car, and you just minding your own business, and they break you, they violate your rights every moment they get a chance to, but expect you to comply. They wouldn't want nobody to do that to them or their family, but yet they do it to you and your family. Anytime somebody dies out here, you did it to them and their family, and they don't give a fuck that they're doing it to you and your family. That's wicked supremacy. Oh, you can't do it to my family, but I could do it to yours. When do they think that? They honestly think this is gonna go on forever? They honestly think it's gonna go on forever? It would go on until God allows it, and when it's done, it's done. Because God is not gonna play. When He come down here to fix these messed up situations down here, like I told you, the end of the road, all y'all playing now, you're partying, all the bullying, the killings, the false charges, and the racial profile, all that stuff, when they come to an end, it's going to come to an end. And it's going to come to a screeching halt that's going to land you right in hell. And everybody from their experiences, some that may have been half dead and they come back, has experienced this stuff. I'm telling you, man, this shit is real. Y'all don't have to believe if y'all want to. Heaven and hell is real. You didn't get here by yourself. You didn't make yourself. God created you. No Big Bang Theory. None of that bullshit. None of that. That's the problem with men. They always want to make up their own shit. Just like how they overnight want to make up laws. Like that one person that my friend was telling me about, how he's sitting at 3 o'clock in the morning while everybody's asleep, making laws to go against to go against the people that have the right to have weaponry on them. Violate their Second Amendment right at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's spitting at the mouth that he wanted so bad, slobbering at the mouth like that dude that was in my car had his arm all in my car, all slobbering in my car. It's crazy, man. Y'all haven't realized and woke up yet and realized that this country is actually Babylon? Y'all don't see the Babylonian acts that go on in this country? Y'all don't see that? I know why you don't see it, because you ain't woke up yet. Y'all too blinded by what you watching on TV, by what people are doing at work. Too busy worrying about the next person, and you're not worried about yourself enough. You got to worry about your existence more than you worry about everybody else's. Your existence is important because your existence is to help the next person. So if you don't help the next person with your existence, then you're just wasting your time down here. Because remember, in the Bible, that's one of the first things he said: love your neighbor as you love yourself. You have to treat each person on this earth the same way you would want somebody to treat you. Just like some of these people at work, you talking shit about me all day, but you don't want to be talked shit about. So why do you talk shit about somebody else then? If you don't want to be dogged out and talk shit about, your name dragged through the mud, then why do you drag somebody else's name through the mud? Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense, people. Why do you do that? You laughing all day at this person or that person, but you don't want nobody doing it to you. Soon as somebody do it to you, it's a problem. Oh no. All right. Oh man, fuck that nigga. You know, it's like, come on, guys and gals. He look gay anyway. Fuck that motherfucking nigga. You know, that's those type of things that go on in jobs. We supposed to be working together as a team, the whole place, the whole plant. And here y'all are against each other, even in the job, in the schools, everywhere we go. It's got to be somebody that always want to cause problems for somebody else because they don't look like you. They don't look like you. So you got to cause a problem. Who gives a fuck if they don't look like you? What make you think you so much more special or a bigger man or woman than anybody else? You look the way you look because God created you that way. So who gives you the right to sit here and judge somebody else because they don't look like you? That's the fucking problem with the world. That's the fucking problem right there with the world. Because he or she don't look like me, I'm going to treat them a certain way. Stupid, man. And that's why I say y'all haven't woke up. Because when you think like this, when you respect all your brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter what race or color they are. And when you keep your senses and all your thoughts to yourself and you mind your business, you can go to work with a clear head, not worrying about everybody else all the time. I always want to sit here and say this funny thing about this person, this funny thing about that person. And it ain't doing nothing for you but just getting you a crowd to sit and laugh at you all the time when you say these things. And half of them probably thinking that you a funny looking motherfucker too. The ones that's laughing at your jokes and shit, your jokes are thinking about you the same way. Because that's the type of crowd you hang around. So think about it. That's what y'all ain't got to y'all 5D mind yet. Some of y'all ain't even reached 3D. Because if you acting like you're in high school still, you ain't even reached your 3D mind yet. I'm in my 5D. That's why I can tell y'all this stuff. Because I see the big picture. I see the overall picture. Because I've lived long enough to see it. And I'm sure I'm going to live long enough, God willing, to see more. So I can teach y'all more. You got to start opening up your minds, man. You got to get your mind out of the narrow mindset. Because your narrow mindset is what's got you doing what you're doing. Talking about folks all day. Your own brother and your own sister. You sitting there talking shit about them all day. This person this person that. Do you know this and do you know that? Gossipers, in the Bible, it states that gossipers may not make it to heaven. Because gossipers are just as bad as anybody else. You're out here making up rumors. See, gossipers make up rumors. Gossipers add to whatever was said. And make it more intense than what it's supposed to be. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to start waking up, man. I'm telling you, wake up, man. Y'all still blind. Y'all just won't wake up, man. We still lost, and that's the reason why the country is falling. The country's falling because we got politicians in office that are wicked supremacy. And the wicked supremacy has got us lost. You know why? Because all of the shows on TV, all of the beer drinking, all of the smoking, all of the bad food, all of the bad air quality, all of the bad water, all of the bad everything. The land, if you look outside, it ain't too many lands around in the black neighborhood that look good, huh? One part of the reason is because of the black folks themselves. Learn to take care of your neighborhood. If this is y'all neighborhood, take care of it. Y'all always want a piece of something, but y'all don't even take care of what you have. You got a piece of something. You living in a neighborhood, aren't you? That's a piece of something. So take care of your shit. And I know that, you know, you got people out here that don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody throws some trash on your yard, just clean the shit up. And if you find out who's doing it, then, you know, you get at their ass. That's all. It's just as simple as that. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. There was one time when I was a kid. I'll never forget this shit. And it's still on my mind to this day. And I remember it as clear as day. And I never forget this. And at first I was mad at this guy. But I learned later on in life that, yeah, I understand why he's like that now. I used to make these big old poppers. And I know some of y'all know about construction paper and posters on the wall. Like, for instance, this poster right here. I'm going to show y'all this poster right quick. You see how big this poster is right there? It's huge. That poster is a something that I would have made a paper popper out of, you know. And when we used to be in class, and this is how stupid I was when I was a kid. I'm gonna tell y'all this shit. I used to take the fucking tissue. Like, we had these little silver things that were kind of about this big, and they had tissue in it that you could pull out one sheet at a time, and it had a fold in the middle of this tissue. What I used to do, I used to take the little tiny tissue and make a paper popper out of it. And when you pop it, it go psh. And sometimes they would pop really hard, like they would like they'd be hard. And we be in class doing that shit because we fucking with the teacher. And the teacher, you know, eventually caught on one day because, you know, one of the kids got caught doing it because I was an influencer, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was an influencer. I used to do some dumbass shit when I was a kid. And I got hair in my eye or something. Feels like it anyway. He caught one of the kids, you know, gave him a hand paddle, because that's like the first warning, you know, when you're about to get your ass paddled with a real paddle on your ass. And so one of the kids, you know, he got like a little hand paddle. So that wasn't enough. I think I got what I was looking for, like a piece of hair in my eye. And so one of the other guys ended up getting caught again, popping a popper. And I guess that must have pissed the teacher off. So he took him outside and took that big old paddle, you know, paddle like with the handle on the end with holes all over it, and hit him 5 times in his ass. Dude came in all looking crazy, chunky tough, but his ass was crying. He had tears coming out his eye. But anyway, because I know I would have been crying. I ain't gonna lie. Them swats at school used to hurt, boy. They light your ass up and your ass be on fire for hours. Your ass be feeling like it literally on fire for hours. Especially when some of them teachers get you, boy. They wear your ass out until they regulated paddling. But anyway, after that, I used to start making bigger poppers. You know, out of regular paper that you know what you write on. I started making poppers out of them. Those, of course, sound like a gun. Pow! When you pop them. So I used to, you know, do that a lot. We used to go outside, you know, on lunch break and pop poppers and, you know, play baseball with little sticks and rocks and things like that. That's why I got this fucked up cut in my hand now, because I decided to be stupid one day and pick up a glass bottle and hit it with something. And then when I hit it, a piece of glass went whoop, right down in there and cut me down to the white meat. That's when I learned my lesson. Stop doing stupid shit too. See that? I don't know if y'all can see that good, but yeah, I got that scar because of that. And so then I was like, well, fuck it. I want to go to something bigger. I need, you know how we are as human beings. Every time we do something, we always got to try to be bigger at that. I make this kind of money now, but I want to make more money. I do this now. I want to make more. It's like you got to learn where the limit is. I didn't learn what my limit was. So I took construction paper and started making poppers out of it. Now remember I told you that the paper popper sounds like pow. Well, the construction paper was more like pow. Kind of like a shotgun or whatever. Didn't stop there. That poster right there, the Beatles poster, I made poppers out of those. Big posters. I'd take them off the wall and make a popper out of them. Especially if it was a strong paper. I did that one day, walking home, going down the street. And I know some of y'all probably saying, how the hell do you pop something that big? You can pop them. You have to use 2 hands though, in some cases. And I did that, man. And I was wearing that motherfucker out till it split in the middle. Y'all know how the poppers do. They split in the middle. I used to make the triangle poppers too. But I ain't like them. They were weak to me. Because the triangle poppers, no matter how big they are, it just seemed like they just sound like, I made a big one before out of it. And I still wasn't satisfied. It was like, ball, like that. But I still didn't like it. Now this one. Man, when I was coming home from elementary school one day, I let that thing go. When I whacked it with 2 hands, when I finally got it to pop, because I figured out how to make it pop on a big popper like that, you gotta pull it out a little bit, if y'all know what I mean. For y'all to pop the paper pop, y'all know what I mean. Pull it out a little bit, because if it's all the way in and you ain't got no swing on it, that thing ain't gonna do nothing. And I tried it 2 times, it didn't do nothing. So I was like, okay, I'm going to play with it a little bit and move it out a little bit. So I put it maybe a little over halfway out to where you could see the little 2 suctions at the bottoms. Took that motherfucker with 2 hands. Boom! No bullshit. That's exactly the way it sounds. I think I got about 3 pops out of it before I ended up ripping the middle of it. And then right after that, I threw it on the ground. And some old black man with gray hair told me, boy, pick that shit up. Now, I didn't like the way he talked to me because it was rude, but you got to think about what I did. That was rude. How the fuck are you just going to just sit here and have your little fun and then just throw the shit on the ground? Big ass piece of paper like that poster on the wall, you just going to throw it on the ground. Now that I'm older, I understand that. Because he was right. You trashing your own fucking neighborhood. Yes, I didn't like the way he talked to me, but everybody's a parent in the neighborhoods when you're a kid sometimes, man. And he only meant well when he was saying it. And I did it. I respected him and I picked it up. And I threw it in the trash. Because I had no right to do that. And that's the problem with people out here. Y'all had no regards for your fucking neighborhood and you complaining all the time how your neighborhood look. And I'll be honest with you. Black folks need to start getting on black folks about that. I know these motherfuckers got attitudes, but we need to go to like council meetings. Don't fuck with these people in the streets. All they gonna do is say fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and probably pull a gun out and shoot you. Or beat your ass just telling them something simple like that. Because niggas is ignorant out here. But we need to sit here and get the power and get these police officers to serve and protect like they're supposed to do and go out here and regulate stuff like that. We need to have council meetings. We need to start going to these town hall meetings and things like that. We need to get involved. How you going to complain about your city, but you never involved? That's what these people are trying to tell you. You complaining about everything in the city, but nobody's going to council meetings. Nobody's going to town hall meetings. That's how you fix the problem. You got to let your voices be heard instead of being out here worrying about the next person at work and worrying about what they drive and what they do, what they smell like, how much money they got. You worry about the wrong thing, and that's the reason why y'all going through what you're going through. Your neighborhood's never going to look any better. You're never going to get any better as a person if you're doing that all the time. You're just going to be stuck in that same stupid ass place that you're in now. You're going to be stuck. Too stuck. And like I told you in the last fucking video, get your fucking head out your ass, man. Get your fucking mind out your motherfucking ass, man. Get your fucking mind out your ass. When y'all do that, when y'all pluck y'all head out y'all ass and peel those scales back from your fucking eyes, you won't be worried about that man that's at work or that woman at work. You'll be worried about what you got to do for you and your family. And what can you do to be a plus to the community? Y'all too stuck on the bullshit. When y'all get past that part, y'all will be alright. You can't fix nothing in the black neighborhood until you fix the black people in the neighborhood. That's it. I'll holler back at you.